hidden biblical texts, involvement in the Second World War, exorcisms, sexual abuse, and the Galileo affair. The Vatican holds many dark secrets you never heard of, and today we will be uncovering 20 of them. So sit tight and hold on, because the reality behind the Knights Templars and the Sforza family you would not believe if not recorded. And we even share some ancient files that might make you question all your beliefs. 1. The Vatican Secret Archives. The Vatican Secret Archives contain centuries-old documents that are restricted from public view, fueling speculation about hidden truths and historical mysteries. The Vatican Secret Archives are among the most mysterious and restricted collections in the world. Spanning over 53 miles of shelving, these archives contain documents dating back centuries, including correspondences, state papers, and records of significant historical events. Access to the archives is highly restricted, only granted to a select few scholars and researchers. The secrecy surrounding the archives has fueled speculation about what hidden truths they may hold, such as documents about controversial historical events, unknown aspects of church history, and potentially damaging information about church leaders. Some conspiracy theories suggest the archives contain evidence of extraterrestrial contact or ancient knowledge that could challenge modern understandings of history and theology. The mystery of what lies within the Vatican Secret Archives continues to captivate and intrigue the public, leading to ongoing debates about the transparency and accountability of the Vatican. 2. Banking scandals. The Vatican Bank has been involved in various financial scandals, including money laundering, fraud, and connections to organized crime. The Vatican Bank, officially known as the Institute for the Works of Religion, IOR, has been at the center of numerous financial scandals. Allegations of money laundering, fraud, and connections to organized crime have plagued the bank for decades. In the 1980s, the collapse of Banco Ambrosiano, in which the Vatican Bank was a major shareholder, led to suspicions of financial mismanagement and illicit activities. The mysterious death of Roberto Calvi, known as God's banker, further deepened these suspicions. More recent investigations have uncovered instances of embezzlement and financial irregularities within the bank, prompting efforts to reform and increase transparency. Despite these measures, the Vatican Bank's past remains a blemish on the Church's reputation, raising questions about the ethical management of its financial resources and the true extent of its wealth and influence. 3. Cover-ups of sexual abuse. The Catholic Church has faced numerous allegations and legal cases regarding the cover-up of sexual abuse by clergy members. The Catholic Church has faced extensive allegations of covering up sexual abuse by clergy members. Victims have come forward from around the world, revealing cases of abuse that span decades. High-ranking church officials have been accused of protecting abusers and silencing victims to avoid scandal. These cover-ups have led to numerous legal battles and substantial financial settlements. The crisis has severely damaged the Church's credibility and moral authority, leading to calls for greater accountability and reform. The Vatican has taken steps to address the issue, including establishing new protocols for handling abuse cases and creating support structures for victims. However, the extent of past cover-ups continues to haunt the Church, highlighting the need for ongoing vigilance and commitment to justice for survivors. 4. Involvement in World War II. There are controversial claims about the Vatican's actions and stance during World War II, particularly regarding its relationship with Nazi Germany. The Vatican's actions and stance during World War II remain a subject of controversy and debate. Critics argue that the Vatican, under Pope Pius XII, did not do enough to condemn the atrocities of the Nazi regime, particularly the Holocaust. Some historians suggest that the Vatican's neutrality and diplomatic relations with Nazi Germany were motivated by a desire to protect the Church's interests and avoid persecution. The Vatican's role in providing assistance to fleeing Nazis after the war through networks known as rat lines has also been scrutinized. Supporters of the Vatican argue that it provided significant humanitarian aid and worked behind the scenes to save lives. The complexity of the Vatican's position during the war continues to provoke discussion about the moral responsibilities of religious institutions in times of conflict. 5. The Prophecies of Fatima. the Vatican holds the three secrets of Fatima, revelations given to three children in Portugal in 1917. The contents of the third secret have been a subject of intense speculation. The three secrets of Fatima, revealed to three shepherd children in Portugal in 1917, have captivated believers and skeptics alike. The first two secrets were disclosed in the 1940s and included visions of hell and predictions of World War II and the rise of Soviet communism. The third secret, kept hidden by the Vatican until 2000, was a vision interpreted as foretelling the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II. The delay in revealing the third secret and its ambiguous nature have led to various interpretations and conspiracy theories. Some believe it contains more apocalyptic predictions or information that could destabilize the Church. The handling of the Fatima Prophecies raises questions about the Vatican's transparency and its approach to mystical revelations and their impact on the faithful. Bonus Secret 1. The chief exorcist of the Vatican performed 100,000 plus exorcisms. Although exorcism is believed to be a practice only seen in horror movies and is the Middle Ages, the practice continues to be alive in the Catholic Church. Father Gabriele Amorth is a late priest and served as the chief exorcist of the Vatican. He served for 60 years and is believed to have performed approximately 160,000 exorcisms. The exorcism rite, however, is not just limited to the late chief exorcist. It has been performed by various popes over the years. In 2018, BBC reported that the Vatican welcomed 250 priests from across the world to an annual workshop. 6. The death of Pope John Paul II. Conspiracy theories surround the sudden death of Pope John Paul II, who died after just 33 days in office, suggesting foul play. Pope John Paul's sudden death in 1978, after just 33 days in office, has sparked numerous conspiracy theories. Officially, his death was attributed to a heart attack, but inconsistencies in the Vatican's account and the absence of an autopsy fueled suspicions of foul play. Theories suggest that John Paul II was about to initiate significant reforms, including addressing corruption within the Vatican Bank, which made him a target for those threatened by his agenda. Books and documentaries have explored potential motives and suspects, including members of the Curia and external financial interests. While definitive evidence remains elusive, the mysterious circumstances of his death continue to provoke speculation and underscore concerns about internal power struggles within the Vatican. 7. The role in the Crusades. Historical documents suggest the Vatican's significant influence and involvement in the Crusades, which led to widespread violence and political maneuvering. The Vatican's influence and involvement in the Crusades, a series of religious wars from the 11th to the 15th centuries, are a dark chapter in church history. Initiated by Pope Urban II, the Crusades aimed to reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule, but resulted in widespread violence, including massacres, looting, and the establishment of feudal states. The Crusades were marked by a complex interplay of religious zeal, political ambition, and economic interests. The Church promised spiritual rewards, such as indulgences, to those who participated, which attracted many, but also led to abuses and atrocities. The legacy of the Crusades remains controversial, highlighting the dangers of religiously motivated violence and the moral responsibilities of religious leaders in promoting peace and justice. 8. The Vatican's wealth. The true extent of the Vatican's wealth, including priceless art, land, and financial assets, remains largely undisclosed, leading to debates about its moral implications. The true extent of the Vatican's wealth is a subject of much speculation and debate. The Vatican possesses vast amounts of real estate, priceless art, and financial assets, making it one of the wealthiest institutions in the world. However, the full scope of its holdings and income remains largely undisclosed. Critics argue that the Church's wealth is at odds with its mission to serve the poor and question the ethical implications of its financial practices. Efforts to increase transparency have been made, but the complexity and secrecy of the Vatican's financial operations continue to raise concerns. The debate over the Vatican's wealth touches on broader issues of stewardship, accountability, and the role of wealth in religious life. 9. Hidden biblical texts. Rumors persist about ancient biblical texts and apocryphal writings being kept hidden by the Vatican, which could potentially alter mainstream Christian doctrines. Rumors persist about the Vatican harboring ancient biblical texts and apocryphal writings that could challenge mainstream Christian doctrines. These texts, if they exist, might offer alternative perspectives on the life of Jesus, early Christian practices, or theological beliefs. The idea of hidden knowledge has fascinated scholars and conspiracy theorists alike, leading to speculation about what the Vatican might be concealing. While the Vatican denies suppressing any significant texts, the secrecy surrounding its archives fuels these suspicions. The potential existence of such documents raises important questions about the formation of the biblical canon, the diversity of early Christian thought, and the Church's role in shaping religious doctrine. 10. The Inquisition. The Vatican's role in the Spanish Inquisition and other Inquisitions is a dark chapter, involving persecution, torture, and execution of those deemed heretics. The Vatican's role in the Inquisitions, particularly the Spanish Inquisition, represents a dark period of religious persecution and brutality. The Inquisitions aimed to combat heresy and enforce religious orthodoxy, leading to the torture, execution, and forced conversion of countless individuals. The methods employed were often brutal, including torture to extract confessions and public executions. The Church's involvement in these practices has left a lasting stain on its history, highlighting the dangers of religious intolerance and the abuse of power. Modern apologies and efforts to acknowledge and learn from this history underscore the ongoing need for reconciliation and a commitment to human rights and religious freedom. 11. Exorcisms. The Vatican's secretive approach to exorcisms and the existence of a dedicated exorcist training program raise questions about the Church's engagement with the supernatural. The Vatican's secretive approach to exorcisms and the existence of a dedicated exorcist training program raise questions about its engagement with the supernatural. Exorcisms, the practice of expelling evil spirits, have been part of Catholic tradition for centuries. While the Church maintains that exorcisms are rare and strictly regulated, reports of increased exorcism activities and dramatic accounts in the media have sparked curiosity and skepticism. The tension between modern scientific understandings of mental health and the Church's spiritual practices adds to the controversy. The Vatican's handling of exorcisms highlights the challenges of balancing ancient religious traditions with contemporary knowledge and ethical considerations. Bonus, Secret 2. The Vatican made money from the Holocaust. In addition to aiding the escape of thousands of Nazis from Europe, the Vatican was also involved in helping smuggle Nazi-looted art, golf, and other property belonging to Jewish families. Gerald Posner, an American journalist, says that Bernardino Nogara, the financial advisor to the Vatican, is believed to have been one of Nazi spies. He is believed to have instituted a horrifying scheme that allowed the Vatican to invest money in Italian insurance companies that kept the assets from the life insurance plans of the murdered. Jewish families. Since the Vatican was an investor and not a direct insurer, they did not need to return any of the money made using the scheme. 12. The Papal Schism. The Great Western Schism, where multiple claimants to the papacy existed, revealed political and power struggles within the Church. The Great Western Schism, a period from 1378 to 1417, when multiple claimants to the papacy existed, revealed deep political and power struggles within the Church. The schism began after the death of Pope Gregory XI, leading to the election of rival popes in Rome and Avignon. This division caused significant political and religious turmoil, undermining the Church's authority and credibility. The Council of Constance eventually resolved the schism by deposing the competing popes and electing Martin V. But the episode exposed the susceptibility of the papacy to political manipulation. The schism's impact on Church unity and authority remains a cautionary tale about the dangers of internal discord and the intersection of religion and politics. 13. Sainthood and miracles. The process of canonizing saints and validating miracles is often criticized for its lack of transparency and potential for political influence. The process of canonizing saints and validating miracles has often been criticized for its lack of transparency and potential for political influence. Becoming a saint involves a rigorous process, including the verification of miracles attributed to the individual's intercession. However, the criteria and investigation methods have varied over time, sometimes leading to questions about the authenticity of certain miracles and the motivations behind canonizations. Critics argue that political and personal interests can sometimes overshadow spiritual considerations. The controversy surrounding sainthood and miracles underscores the complexities of religious belief, the challenge of maintaining integrity in spiritual practices, and the need for clear and consistent standards. 14. The Vatican Observatory. The existence of the Vatican Observatory and its research into astronomy has led to speculation about the Church's interest in extraterrestrial life and cosmology. The existence of the Vatican Observatory and its research into astronomy has led to speculation about the Church's interest in extraterrestrial life and cosmology. Founded in the 16th century, the observatory reflects the Church's long-standing engagement with science. However, the involvement of a religious institution in scientific research raises intriguing questions. Some theorists suggest the Vatican might possess secret knowledge about the cosmos or extraterrestrial contact. While these claims are largely speculative, the observatory's work highlights the Church's recognition of the importance of science and its potential implications for theological understanding. The balance between faith and reason continues to be a significant theme in the Vatican's engagement with the scientific community. 15. The Index Librorum Prohibitorum. The Vatican once maintained a list of prohibited books, censoring and controlling access to various works of literature and scientific thought. The Vatican once maintained the Index Librorum Prohibitorum, a list of prohibited books deemed heretical or contrary to Catholic doctrine. Established in the 16th century, the Index aimed to protect the faithful from religious and moral corruption. However, it also represented an effort to control intellectual and cultural discourse, restricting access to various works of literature, science, and philosophy. The Index was abolished in 1966, but its legacy remains controversial. Critics argue that it stifled intellectual freedom and hindered the progress of knowledge. The history of the Index highlights the tensions between religious authority and intellectual freedom, raising important questions about censorship and the role of the Church in guiding the faithful. 16. The Knights Templar. The Vatican's involvement in the rise and fall of the Knights Templar, including their eventual suppression and execution, remains a topic of intrigue and mystery. The Vatican's involvement in the rise and fall of the Knights Templar, a medieval Christian military order, is shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The Templars were initially endorsed by the Church and became wealthy and powerful. However, their secretive practices and growing influence led to suspicion and envy. In 1307, under pressure from King Philip IV of France, Pope Clement V ordered the arrest and dissolution of the Templars. Many Templars were tortured and executed, and their wealth was seized. The abrupt and violent end of the order has fueled numerous conspiracy theories, suggesting hidden motives and secrets. The Templar saga underscores the complex relationship between religious institutions, political power, and financial interests. 17. Papal elections. The conclave process for electing a new pope is shrouded in secrecy, leading to speculation about political maneuvering and alliances among cardinals. The conclave process for electing a new pope is shrouded in secrecy, leading to speculation about political maneuvering and alliances among cardinals. The process, conducted in the Sistine Chapel, is intended to be a solemn and prayerful decision-making event. However, the secrecy and the influence of different factions within the College of Cardinals can lead to questions about the transparency and purity of the process. The intrigue surrounding papal elections often captures public imagination, with rumors of deals and power struggles. The secrecy of the conclave, while intended to protect the integrity of the election, can sometimes lead to perceptions of hidden agendas and political intrigue within the Vatican. Bonus, Secret 3. Vatican is home to the largest collection of pornography. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the Vatican archives contain the largest collection of pornography in the world. Copenhagen's Museum of Erotica confirms these speculations, in addition to writings by National Review founder William Buckley Jr. and scholar Camilla Paglia. Now for the last 3 Vatican secrets. Do you really want to know what the Sforza family was hiding, or what the Galileo affair actually meant? Let's go. 18. The Sforza family. The influence of powerful Italian families like the Sforza on the papacy and Vatican politics during the Renaissance highlights the intersection of religion and secular power. The influence of powerful Italian families like the Sforza on the papacy and Vatican politics during the Renaissance highlights the intersection of religion and secular power. The Sforza family, particularly under Ludovico Sforza, exerted significant influence over the Church, including the election of popes and the appointment of cardinals. This period was marked by nepotism, corruption, and the use of church offices to advance personal and political agendas. The involvement of secular powers in ecclesiastical matters raised serious concerns about the independence and spiritual integrity of the Church. The legacy of the Sforza family and similar powerful dynasties underscores the challenges the Vatican has faced in maintaining its spiritual mission amidst worldly power struggles. 19. The Galileo affair. The Vatican's condemnation of Galileo Galilei for his support of heliocentrism is a historical example of the Church's resistance to scientific advancement. The Vatican's condemnation of Galileo Galilei for his support of heliocentrism, the view that the Earth orbits the Sun, is a historical example of the Church's resistance to scientific advancement. In 1633, Galileo was tried by the Roman Catholic Inquisition and forced to recant his views, spending the rest of his life under house arrest. The affair has been widely interpreted as a conflict between science and religious dogma, highlighting the Church's reluctance to accept new scientific discoveries that challenged established beliefs. The eventual vindication of Galileo and the Church's acknowledgement of its error illustrate the evolving relationship between faith and science. The Galileo affair remains a powerful symbol of the importance of intellectual freedom and the willingness to embrace new knowledge. 20. The Pope's resignation. The resignation of Pope Benedict XVI in 2013, the first papal resignation in nearly 600 years, sparked rumors about hidden scandals and internal Vatican strife. The resignation of Pope Benedict XVI in 2013, the first papal resignation in nearly 600 years, sparked rumors about hidden scandals and internal Vatican strife. Officially, Benedict cited advanced age and declining health as reasons for his resignation. However, the unprecedented nature of the resignation led to speculation about underlying issues, such as the Vatileaks scandal, financial corruption, and internal conflicts within the Curia. The transition to Pope Francis, who has been seen as a reformer, further fueled these speculations. Benedict's resignation highlighted the human dimensions of the papacy and the complex challenges facing the Vatican. The event underscored the need for transparency and accountability in church leadership and raised important questions about the future direction of the Catholic Church. These were the 20 darkest secrets of the Vatican. Share in the comments if we missed any secret that you know of, and let us know which secret surprised you the most. Like and subscribe to us for daily godly signs, Bible stories, and secrets of the world. Click the video in screen now to find out if someone in your life is the devil.